Hey Nakama, this is Gomu Gomu, it's me. My name is Aldi Yin, or Alden, and today we're going to be reviewing episode 1082, The Coming of the New Era, the Red Hair's Imperial Rage. Let's get into this. So, we start off the episode with Chopper eating 2 hands of cotton candy. It's getting real wild out there. It's like, he's not playing around at this point, right? He's just double fisting right now. But, so it's Chopper, Tama and Nami, and they're all hanging out playing like carnival games. The one they're at right now is you try to hit the target with the little air pistol gun thing. So Usopp steps up to show off. Like, come on, guy. we know Soga King. We know, but whatever. Everybody's hanging out in the capital having fun, oblivious to the fight that's happening, which is kind of strange. How they don't see like some big like fucking. I don't know what size you would put him at. Maybe like 10-foot wooden dude. But I digress. We cut back to the fight and Momo is telling Yamato not to fight, This is again, he's doing this again. We've seen him do it already once before. So, it's just Momo doing Momo things, I guess. Raizo uses a fire jutsu, and naturally you'd think that would hurt the Admiral, right? Because wood, fire, kind of go hand in hand. But like in all of anime, if you see a zoom in on the character that's getting hit's face and they're laughing or they're smirking or they're about to laugh or smirk, they're fine. They're going to sit there and be like, oh, that didn't even affect me, which it didn't. Because you obviously understand that to become an admiral, to have such a glaring weakness that everybody knows, like obviously everybody's with the devil fruit's weakness is the water. But if you forget that, because not too many people can control water, obviously, if you can like bypass that obvious error, you have to deal with the weakness in your own devil fruit if you have a devil fruit. So he doesn't. I don't want to say obvious again, but obviously he's fine. The Admiral starts draining Raizo, and the Admiral's fucking them up. It is not a game right now, people. He is kicking everybody's ass. He opened up the can of whoop ass and is unleashing. We cut to Robin and the Shogun in the room with Law coming down and finding them. We left off with Robin and she was in that like trophy, all his dolls and stuff, like secret room, right? But under that, there's a secret set of staircases that Kaido and Orochi had no idea about, which, I mean, if I know that there's a secret room, I'm going to search it to the ends of I'm touching everything. I'm moving things. I'm bringing fire. Maybe that'll activate some kind of hidden trap thing. So, I don't know. I'm not there. They had busier shit, setting up ammunition stores and stuff. Not stores, but stores out, like, okay. I thought that was funny. And, while they're going down the stairs, like, there's this little, like, corridor type thing. It's not really big enough to walk through, but you can, get into. So we see that it's a glass, like, window enclosure. So, they get up to the glass window and they reveal a city underwater. And we come to find out that it's the land of Wano 800 years ago. Now, there's no... And it's funny because when I was writing my script out and I was watching the video or watching the anime and everything, like he says, I don't know why it's like this, but then proceeds to go back into why it's like this. So, and it's funny, I wrote it to keep it in there just to show you that sometimes it doesn't make sense around here. But the backstory, however, is that the land was at, the land of Wano was at the base of a giant mountain, right? And to keep it safe, they built giant walls around it. Now, how they built giant walls, I have no idea. Another day. Maybe they did the Attack on Titan way. No, I'm just kidding. That would be great. That would like be the craziest crossover ever. If they I'll talk about it later. But yeah, so after over years, rain and water coming in accumulate, and it filled it past the point rather of being able to live there. So the people that lived there moved up to the actual mountain, so they were at the base. So they moved up and now they live on top of the actual mountain, and they rebuilt Wano. So, that's, I don't know how you built something like that that could just be now it's a natural barrier. So, But at the end of the stairs, we find the red poneglyph, and now we know that the Straw Hats only need one more. So it's kind of hype right now. We come to find out that Pluto lies further below Wano, right? And to get to Pluto, I said Pluto. That's what I think of every time I hear it. But to get to Pluton, you need to destroy the walls. That's what it truly means to open up Wano. Like, so whenever you've heard it throughout the, like Odin say it, now Momo saying it and stuff like that. I want to open up Wano. That's what it means. So, Robin's very skeptical. Like, why did he want to do that? And he just said that's what he wanted to do. We don't know what he learned from the outside world. So, but now we cut back to the festival, and then back to the fight. The Admiral says what everybody already knows. Kaido kept people away from Wano. If there's no Kaido, that means there's no threat of what people have to worry about when coming to Wano. That's in the back of everybody's mind. Like, like Kaido was a big. I mean, you think of Wano, you think of Kaido, so you're like, I'm not gonna go invade Wano because Kaido's gonna beat me, right? So even after that, even after being told the truth, after already knowing the truth, Momo still doesn't want to involve Luffy. So, he's like, no, we got to do this on our own. Momo tells Yamato that Yamato has been trapped and can finally be set free, and Momo wants to send Yamato off properly. He tells Yamato, no, don't interfere. This isn't your battle and stuff like that. So Yamato's still looking at it like we can all help. But I understand Momo's point of view because, like, it's basically like the whole Dragon Ball Z thing. Like, if Goku could just be, reborn and reborn and reborn, then nobody would ever have to get stronger because, Goku would just keep coming back. After an impassioned speech, Momo tries to fire a blast breath, but to no avail. Just... But then Momo hears Luffy's voice and begins to draw fire into his stomach. You see it start to, like, bubble, and you're like, okay. So we know he's going to definitely get one off this time because the voice and we see the fire now, right? And then he lets out a massive blast breath, right? It's comparable to Kaido's, like somehow there's like electricity in it. No, I'm just kidding. But still, like, it's crazy, right? By the way, how nobody sees this is beyond belief. Like, there's blast going off, there's fire being gone, there's a whatever I said earlier, Woodman. How nobody sees this and is like, yo, maybe we should get over there is crazy, right? So he knocks back. It actually stuns the Admiral, who just gets right back up. He's an Admiral. One blast breath from a guy is not really gonna, help. But the Admiral's preparing to fight again. But he can't be seen with all the fire that was created or whatever. And he's like, oh yeah, you punks, basically. But as he's preparing, we start to see flashes of Shanks, right? Like, he's showing the Admiral standing up, then it's cutting the Shanks. And, it's going back and forth like that. And then Shanks stops at the end of his ship. Or not end, but like where you would get, whatever, right? So once he unsheaths his sword, just a bit, right? He doesn't unsheath it all the way, but just a bit. A burst of Haki unleashes and moves. It moves like a heat-seeking missile and hits the Admiral. It's honestly, I don't know how he did that. We haven't really been talking about projectile Haki. I don't think. Have we? But just the fact that he unsheathed his sword and the Haki was like, and then it didn't move like a heat-seeking missile. It moved like electricity, right? His Admiral and the Admiral can't move, right? And the Admiral knows it's the red-haired pirates, right? So Shanks understands war and strategy, but says attacking a group of people who just changed the course of history, it's a bit tasteless. Like, in war and, pirating and all that stuff, obviously when the opponent is the weakest, that's when you go in and you collect everything they have, being a pirate. But these guys just changed the course of history for everybody, not just pirates. It's a bit tasteless, but I don't know if the Admiral's actually, I don't know, blame me, I guess, but I don't know if they ever talked about Haki being able to travel your words or ideas when you're shooting it like a projector. It's all crazy right now. But Admiral says he's not going to fight the red-haired pirates yet. But why is that? Why is it no one wants to smoke with Shanks right then and there? Blackbeard, nobody in the Navy wanted it. Ben Beckman had Kizaru like this. Akainu could have stepped up and tried to fight him. You know, the fleet admiral Sengoku didn't at that time didn't want any. Aokiji could have done. Nobody wants to smoke with Shanks right then and there. Everybody's like, yeah, I'm not ready, but yet. I'm not ready yet. Bro, if you're not ready now, do y'all think this guy is not going to get stronger? Like, I don't understand it. I guess. But Momo unaware of Shanks and what just transpired, because obviously the wall of fire, you know, and stuff like that, feels, and rightfully so, that he defended Wano, because he did. Now, one thing I will say is that every person that they fight going to be as strong as the Admiral that they just fought? No. So, being able to fight back that guy, I'm pretty sure they'll be alright moving forward. But, that's yet to be seen. We cut to... Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Jinbei are all watching over the battle just to make sure Momo can handle it. Luffy is honestly like just... He's like a... He's basically, you know, Momo's big brother, but like he's overwatching battles. He's over here. It's just crazy. Jinbei mentions feeling powerful haki, and Luffy starts to smile and grabs his hat, saying someone familiar came to mind. I think we all know. We all know that Luffy knows, and the rest of the Straw Hats probably know. So, anyway, so a whole lot is happening in the preview. So tune in next week where we can talk about it. If you have any thoughts, opinions, comments, questions about the episode this week that just passed, let me know, and we can get into it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Be safe and well in your travels. Enjoy the journey, and just know, I will be the king of YouTube. Peace.